Swami Vivekananda was born in the year 1863. He was 2 years younger than Rabindranath Tagore. When he was born, that time Indian Renaissance was in full swing. We had in Bengal we had Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who started the Enlightenment, the Renaissance. Then came Debendranath Tagore, father of Rabindranath Tagore, and Akshay Kumar Datta, the naturalist, the positivist. So in this environment, Vivekananda was born in a family. His father was attorney in Calcutta High Court. So his family was very educated family. His mother used to write something. His mother was a good writer. His grandmother was a good composer. So he was born in an educated and enlightened family. And then he was in college when he heard the name of Sri Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna was God intoxicated. And when he was 18 years old, he met Ramakrishna Paramhansa and became a disciple of Ramakrishna. And from Ramakrishna, he learned that to serve mankind is to serve God. That is, Jibe Daya Kore Jeishon, Sheijon Sheviche Ishwar. Who loves animal, who loves people, he is serving God. So that was a thing young Vivekananda, that was ingrained in his mind, and that was expressed in his Chicago address when he went there. That 19 or 20 years old Swami Vivekananda, after his guru's death, he travelled all over India. Because if you don't know your country, if you don't know the condition of your countrymen, the poor, the downtrodden, you can't be a lover of mankind. So he started with Advaita Vedanta. He was an Advaita Vedantin, and that Advaita Vedantin crossed the limits of country, that went to the world. But he loved his countrymen, and his priority was his countrymen. So, what we find in Chicago, that was internationalism, but a spirit of nationalism was also there. And Swami Vivekananda was, I'll say, the first man, the unique personality, whom all these, the people who served the country, who dedicated their life for the country, the freedom of India, and they followed Vivekananda like anything. When we read the memoirs, we read that they were inspired by reading Vivekananda's RajYoga. Especially Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was a disciple in that sense of Vivekananda, because he liked his RajYoga, and that brought him in this field, and others also. So this was his contribution in Indian nationalism. But Vivekananda passed away when he was in 1902. So he was only 39 years old. But in this small period of lifetime, what he did, that till now we are not able to, say, to judge or give any judgment on that. Another thing is that when he gave that Chicago address, it's right that the wave it created in India was not same as in United States, because in United States, yes, it had a repercussion was there, because that was the first time they learned from a Hindu young monk, and they learnt about universal manhood, because in Christian community there is a thing that the Christianity is a ultimate religion, but Vivekananda taught that was his Advaita Vedanta standpoint, that is all religions are same. He got it from Ram Krishna Paramhansa, and that is the main theme of Advaita Vedanta also, that Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. That is, if that is so, then all people are same, all religions are one and same, all religions are different paths which are leading us to one goal. So it created a repercussion, it created a commotion in American society, but the impact it had on his countrymen, the poor downtrodden and these Indian who were at that time under British rule, and they felt that uski स्वाभिमान बढ़ गया. They felt that one of us, he has done it. So it gave them a moral booster. It worked like a moral booster so that they also can do something.
Yeah.
That is in 1897-98. That was a great, work of Vivekananda on his countrymen, and it is still going on, because till now I have seen many people are attracted by his writings. Not all, in this consumerism, age of consumerism, people not attracted to it, but still now there are persons. He got these things from Ramakrishna Paramhansa, because people, it's very sad to say that people know Vivekananda well, but they don't know Ramakrishna Paramhansa, who gave all these ideas to Vivekananda. Vivekananda was born in a Kayastha family. Ramakrishna was born in a Brahmin family. He was uneducated, but he crossed the limit of this casteism, and he was the first man to initiate Non Bhrahmins, and he gave Sanyas to Non Bhrahmins. And he taught Vivekananda that to serve mankind is to serve God. So Swami Vivekananda, the followers of Swami Vivekananda, they first started a hospital in Uttarkashi, in Himalaya, that is in Kankal, and in Kashi. And at that time, the Sanyasi, Dashanami Sanyasis, they used to tell them Bhangi sadhus. And one Mahanta of Haridwar, he first broke this idea and invited Ramakrishna monks, and then they accepted them. So Vivekananda got it from that humanity, that divinity is already in man, and to awaken the divinity within man is religion, and he learned everything from Ramakrishna. He has said that what I am telling is his talks, his words, I am only expressing it. There is one lady in Shantiniketan. She stays there for 6 months and she goes to States for 6 months. She was telling me the story. She's also, like me, she likes to read Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramhansa. So she was telling me that she went to Russia, Soviet Russia, then Soviet Russia, in a delegation. And in Soviet Russia that time, that perestroika was starting. And in Soviet Russia, she went with a group where 6-7 persons were Jew. They went to Russia, and these Jew people of Russia, they used to look for Jew people from America so that they can uski jo ladki wo ladka hai uske shaadi de sake. So they came to them and they had some talks, and they invited these people to their home. So this lady, along with those Jew people, visited this Russian Jew's house. And the way she entered there, she was telling me that she saw a large picture, cut out of Ramakrishna Paramhansa. And then she asked that Jew gentleman, this picture, how is it here? Then that gentleman asked, do you know him? Then she said, I am from India. Then he told him the story, the story. That is, that gentleman, his wife, and they had one daughter. During that period, they sent them, वो निर्वासन में देता है ना, they sent him to Siberia, that gentleman, and his wife was sent to another place in communist Russia, and the daughter was sent to some other place in Moscow, and they thought that they will not meet each other, they will die there, one in Siberia, one in another city and another in Moscow. But that daughter, she got Ramakrishna Kathamrita and translation of RajYoga and Srimad Bhagavad Gita translation, and she sent these three books to his father. His father read Kathamrita, Gita and this RajYoga, and he said that I became fearless. I knew that nothing will happen to me. Incidentally, fortunately, they lifted that ban on him. He returned to Moscow. The wife also came back. The girl also came, and then they started Ramakrishna Vivekananda Meeting Society with Russian people. And now after that, now it has become a center of Ramakrishna Mission. So that Kathamrita and Gita and RajYoga has that power to make a people fearless. That RajYoga, these young revolutionaries, the freedom fighters, RajYoga was like Bible to them. When you read about their memoirs about them, we see that they all used to read RajYoga, and including Rishi Aurobindo. He was also a very admirer of Swami Vivekananda, and his RajYoga also inspired him. So that is the thing. And presence from Rishi Aurobindo, if you read his autobiography, you will find that Swami Vivekananda in his Sukshma Sharir, he used to come to Rishi Aurobindo and he gave him this yoga sadhana, some instructions for consecutive 14 days inside the jail. When he started Chicago address, he started with that words, my brothers and sisters of America. Generally people used to say ladies and gentlemen, but that was a unique thing, and for 1 minute there was applause in the hall, because that was the first time they were listening that all people are brothers and sisters. According to Swami Vivekananda, everybody is divine. I am Brahman. If you read Vedanta, you will be a teacher will be a good teacher, a lawyer will be a good lawyer, a driver will be a good driver. So that is he will be a perfect man, he will be a perfect being, and actually man is divine. We do not know that I am divine. To know that divinity, to realize the divinity, the manifestation of divinity is religion. So when he addressed the people of America, almost all of his addresses are conveying this same thing, that you are that, I am that, only you do not know that. So you realize yourself, and yourself is God. There is no God outside man.